Hey everyone, it's Stephanie, aka Surimuchan. Today I will be rewatching one of my Christmas videos, my 2014 Christmas video, which was my first original choreography. I made a dance for Buono's Winter Story, which was the coupling track to their single Bravo Bravo. Here we go. Okay, I'm sure there's probably a professional term for this, or I mean it could just be formation dancing. But I always call those waterfall moves where it's like one person, the next person, the next person. There was another one. My method for making original choreographies hasn't changed since I started making them. And that is, first of all, look at the lyrics, find anything that I can use, like literally, like represent, something in the lyrics with a move. Figure out if there's a certain move that I want to use, or like a certain something that I want to do on a specific beat. So right there, Merry Christmas, I was making a tree, and I wanted to do that swipe right there. So I got those two moves, and then I just fill in around it, and that has always been my method for making dances. I mean, that's probably standard, but that's what I do. And some moves are really good for, just filler, because they can work with any beat. Sidestep is one, just stepping back and forth. That kind of arm twirl is another one, punching. There was another lyric move, Santa Claus, the belly, and the mustache. So there's another thing I like to do a lot. I could just be going with the dun, 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 like that. But if there's a faster beat I can follow, like the da 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 da, then I tend to go with that because I like more movement generally. Dance breaks are nice because for multi-part dances, because you can have one person doing something and then the other two just kind of taking a little break. This was easy. Love you, love me. Easy to come up with, and then just figure out what to do with the feet. Another thing, repeating is always really nice. If you have a longer song, it might seem really daunting, but if you repeat like the chorus moves and the verse moves, you could have a couple little differences if you want to match the lyrics more, or if you just want a difference. But repeating is, nice. And there was another thing where it's like, I want to do something with that sound, the da da da, but I don't want to move too much, so just the hands, da da da. Because sometimes I just like certain sounds and I want to do something with them, so that's where little things like that come into play. Yeah. There's another clip. And for me, especially, I have a lot of organization to my dances. Like you saw for the air guitar thing, one had the knee up, next one was just kind of normal, and the other one was leaning down. And then they switched and it went down, like this one changed to this, or this changed to this, changed to this, like that. I like this ending. I thought this was a cute ending. Anyway, yeah, my point is I like to have a lot of organization like that in my dances, which is why I really enjoy multi-part original choreographies. I don't make quite as many. Well, I suppose I do make them, just not long ones, because I just can't. But let's go through the trivia. There's quite a bit. As I said a few times, I'm proud of it, okay? This is my first original choreography. I ran out of winter songs that had dances, at least clear dances, so I found a Christmas song that hadn't been performed at all and decided to make a dance for it. I started working on the choreography on October 30th and finished roughly 2 weeks later. To create the dance, I wrote out the moves I was doing as if I was writing a tutorial. I didn't move straight through the song when coming up with dance moves. I created some moves to fit with the lyrics and others to fit with the beats. Once I got those ones done, I filled in the in-between parts to make the whole dance flow together. Like I said, still my method hasn't really changed. I believe the first move I came up with was making the Christmas tree shape during the chorus, during the line, "Christmas for you." From there, I had to figure out how to get my hands to the starting position for the tree shape. Then I had to figure out where to go after I finished making the shape. The very first move was determined very early on as well. That's how I knew I wanted to do all three parts, because 1, 2, 3. When making the dance, I worked on Momo's part first, partially out of habit, but also because I had planned on having her part on the right side, left side of the screen. So a lot of the waterfall moves, first person move, second does the same, third does the same, would start with her part. And the air guitar playing was decided rather early on because it seemed very Bono-ish, even though I'm not generally a big fan of air guitar in dances. I originally had whomever wasn't doing their solo moves during the dance break just kind of randomly dancing in place, but after a practice filming I found that to be too busy, so I went with posing instead, because, you know, it distracts from whoever's doing actual dancing. Did anyone notice the little nod I had to the dance for Surimuchan's Mikan near the end of the song? That was right there. I filmed them in order from left to right from the camera's point of view. That was also the order in which I made the individual dance moves, Momo, Irie, Miyabi. For Momo's part's outfit, I was going to wear a white beret and a silver scarf around my neck, but I didn't think it looked enough like a Buono outfit. They usually had a rather punk rock look, at least while they were singing for Shugokera, so I changed it up a bit by adding chains around the shoulder, fingerless gloves, and by wrapping the scarf around my belt and then pinning it up by my shoulder. This was the first dance in which I wore leggings. You can't tell, but they're black with white stars. I felt that because you can't really see the star pattern, the whole look was kind of ruined and out of place. I don't really like how that turned out, and it makes me sad. The outfit for Irie's part is my favorite. I added chains to the shoulder of my vest for that one too. The look for Miyabi's part gave me a bit of trouble at first because I didn't know what to do to set it apart. I had the red plaid scarf and the poinsettia, which is nearly invisible in this light and video quality, but I didn't know what else I could do to change it. I ended up cutting and pinning a wide piece of black fabric around my waist to make it look like I had high-waisted shorts on. I actually rather like how it turned out. I was happy with the little bit of interaction between Irie's and Miyabi's parts around 2:34. I always like to do that in my split screening if I have the chance. That's where they kind of turn to each other. I do like to do that. I was panicking about finding a clip from one of the Christmas Doyo Pop songs for my ending video clip, because that had been my tradition to use a bit of one of those songs in my Christmas videos at the end. Because I couldn't seem to find a clip that was long enough that didn't have any singing, I ended up taking a small piece from the beginning of Omega to a Christmas and repeating it. The present at the end wasn't even fully wrapped. I only covered the top because I didn't want to waste wrapping paper. The wrapping paper was a matte silver background with shiny silver leaves and branches and sparkly red berries. It would have looked pretty, but the camera hadn't focused completely, so the message at the end was blurry, which led me to desaturating the clip and adding a little film aging. I sharpened the picture at the very end so that it could be read more easily. That is all for the trivia. The only other thing I remember, I was so sad. I had started uploading HD videos in 2014, but I couldn't film this one in HD because I knew I had to edit it on my old computer with my old editing software because I had to do the split screen, and that editor could not handle HD. It lagged so terribly, so I had to do it in just, you know, standard definition. And I really wish I could have done it in HD, but I think it still turned out pretty well. I still like it, and it will always have a very special place in my heart. So that's all for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!